Joining us on the line right now, D.C. Councilmember Jack Evans. He represents Ward 2 in the District of Columbia. He wants to be your next mayor. Councilmember Evans, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, thanks. Thanks for having me on today.
Always a pleasure. Let me start out by talking about this move up on at the district building to raise the minimum wage to $11.50 an hour. Are you for it or are you against it?
Well, I'm taking a look at it right now. I would have preferred around $10, $10.50, which is what the Chamber of Commerce and other business groups could be supportive of. $11.50 is getting up there, would be the highest in the nation, certainly the highest in the region. And really the ramifications I'm trying to find out is how would that affect the district's competitiveness vis-a-vis Maryland and Virginia.
Well, I mean, we just went through a big battle over with this minimum wage bill for big retailers like Walmart, and the mayor vetoed that, and it seemed at that time it was sort of a repudiation of the idea that everybody who goes to work should be paid this higher wage.
Right. Well, the Walmart bill was taking it up to $12.50, and it was specifically targeted big box stores. This one is a broad-based one, and again, the issues that I would raise is how does this affect the district long-term in our competitive environment? Now, there is some discussion about Montgomery County and Prince George's County joining in with us, and if we could get the Northern Virginia suburbs to do so as well, then it would be an easy vote, because then it doesn't hurt the competitiveness of any jurisdiction, and it does give individuals a higher wage, which I think they deserve.
D.C. Councilmember Jack Evans is our guest, of course, from Ward 2. And Councilmember Evans, I got to ask you about William White, the D.C. Insurance Commissioner. Listen, this guy is not a party appointee. He works for the people of the district. His job is to look out for the insurance interests of the district, just like all the state commissioners around the country. And listen, his job, when this President Obama announced his fix, his so-called fix on people keeping their health insurance, he did his job. He went out there and said, we're not sure if this is actually going to be a fix for the people of Washington, D.C. And the very next day, Mayor Vincent Gray fired him. Do you condemn that move?
I would not have done that if I were the mayor. I think it was a mistake on the mayor's part. My understanding is that the mayor was and his people were annoyed that Mr. White criticized the president without prior approval from the mayor, and that may have been a mistake on Mr. White's part, but I don't believe it was a firing offense. That was more like a reprimand offense. Mr. White is well respected in the industry, and he's well liked by the insurance companies he regulates. So I think that was a big mistake on the mayor's part.
Well, let me follow up then. Given the fact that you think that Mr. White was a very effective insurance commissioner, are you saying that Mayor Gray has put politics before the people of the District of Columbia?
No, I wouldn't say that, but I just think the mayor made a mistake in firing him and not reprimanding. Now, having said that, I don't know all the facts, and maybe there are other instances of Mr. White taking actions that the mayor didn't approve of. So without any more information, I would not have taken that course of action.
All right. Now, apparently we hear from the mayor's people that what they were really irritated is that he didn't vet this through the mayor's office before making the statement, and that the mayor felt that perhaps it would be viewed as speaking for him. But isn't it the job of someone in the position of the insurance commissioner to basically speak to the public truth as they see it? I mean, he's the expert, right?
Well, that's true, but again, he is appointed and serves at the pleasure of the mayor. So if I had been Mr. White, I would have vetted through the mayor and people what I was going to do, and then maybe done it anyway.
If you had been mayor and this guy had been your appointee, would you have fired him?
No, I said I would not have fired him given the circumstances that I'm aware of. I would have not been happy with him issuing a statement without clearing it with me first, or at least informing me of it first. But no, I would not have fired him.
Councilmember Evans, you're running for mayor. I'm guessing between now and Election Day we're going to have frequent visits for all of the candidates for mayor of Washington, D.C., and I'm going to pose the same question to all of them. I'll start with you. In my opinion, the person who can win as mayor of Washington, D.C., you can do this by running on basically a one-issue campaign. Everyone in Washington hates the traffic and parking situation. If you can just run on that and solve the traffic and parking situation, you will be you'll be mayor for life, Jack Evans. So let me ask you, what are your proposals on solving the traffic and parking problem in Washington?
Well, it's a multi-faceted approach. Certainly, We're looking at continuing to produce alternative methods of getting around other than cars. That's the streetcar, bicycles. I'm a big proponent of Metro, and hopefully we can get Metro back on track.
So not more parking spaces, not more parking structures, and not wider, more lanes for cars.
The problem with parking structures, we don't have anywhere in the district in the downtown area to build any structures. The whole place is already built out. Now, I'm a big opponent of our planning director who says any new construction should not include parking. I think it should include the maximum amount of parking. And so anywhere we can produce more parking, we absolutely have to do it. And I'll tell you the other thing that really annoys me, and when I'm mayor, I'm going to change this, is synchronizing the lights in the city.
Amen, brother. Listen,
talk to him about this.
I'm going to move to the district and vote for you.
I might get an Evans button on that one.
There's no reason in the world that when you get out of a Wizards or a Caps game that the lights are not green all the way from the Verizon Center to the Memorial and
right.
Roosevelt Bridges. And you'd have that traffic out of here in 30 minutes. And I have implored our department to do that. We have the ability to do it. We just don't do it.
All right.
And so there's a whole host of synchronizations that we could use. I drive across this town all the time, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, and there are new technologies. Real quick, do you really think that the council is taking the right action when they say that the Redskins should change their name?
Well, yes, I do, and I'll tell you why. The momentum behind a name change has really picked up. But, I've been on the council 22 years, and we addressed this issue twice in the past. There wasn't a lot of fanfare around it. This time, there clearly is a lot of fanfare around it. And so it's really a decision of the owner of the team, the National Football League. But I got to tell you, given the momentum about any Native American reference,
and I hate to challenge you on it,
here.
do you think that the people in the District of Columbia actually feel that way? Because I don't get that sense.
I think there are some who feel very strongly, and I think there's a large group that don't care one way or the other. But again, it was a statement by the council, which I supported, that we would encourage the owner to do that. And again, as time marches on, if this continues to pick up momentum, I think the owner and the league are going to have to address this issue somehow.
Jack Evans, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
We look forward to having you again, sir.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, looking forward to it.